Hey everybody, and welcome to the Harrison County Library System's online computer classes. My name's Jeff Conwell. If y'all ever have any questions, please come visit me up here at the Orange Grove Public Library where I work, or you can drop me a line at g.conwell@harrison.lib.ms.us or librarydude1999@gmail.com. Well, today's class is one of two parts. We're going to look at website building. How to build your own website. Before we begin, these are some questions you got to ask yourself before you want to start a web page. Well, first of all, it's going to sound crazy, but who are you? Describe what you're known for or what you want to be known for. What makes you stand out from the crowd? Define your needs. Who is going to be your audience? What is their age range? Are they male, female, both? Where do they live? Do they have children? How old are they? What are the goals for your website? Do you want to raise awareness for a cause? Do you want to promote and sell products or services? Do you want to generate leads, like sale leads? Do you want to educate readers? Or whatever other reason, what is the goal for your website? Another way to think about this is, what actions do you want visitors to your website to take when they click on it? Do you want them to find info, to buy something? What smaller actions can they take? Can they create an account, sign up for a newsletter? And then how will you track these actions? Furthermore, what specific features will help you reach these goals? You want to create what's known as a blog. We'll be doing a class next time on blogging after the website class. Social, or you have social network marketing. Is that going to help you reach your goal? You want to create an e-commerce shop. You want contact management, email marketing, other sources. What's going to help you reach your goal? And then, what is the geographic scope of your business or organization? Do you want to be limited to the local or community, the national, regional, or state, or international? And then finally, who will be in charge of choosing and registering your domain name? We'll look at what that is in a minute. Choosing, hosting, and signing up. The site architecture, who's going to design your website? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be your son, your daughter, your best friend? Who's going to choose the solutions to use? Who's going to choose the solutions that you want to use? And who's going to manage the site design? Who's going to deal with marketing and social media? There's a lot of questions that you're going to have to ask yourself before you begin the time and effort it's going to take to make a website. And then what is your timeline for all of this? First of all, you're going to get a domain name, like a .com name, What about obtaining or even getting a web host? We'll look at these terms later, so don't worry about it. But a host, just to let you know, is who's going to store your files, okay? Who's going to choose? When are you going to choose your solutions? When are you going to create your site architecture? When are you going to design the website? The steps to take to create what's called the SEO. That's how it's determined where it's found in the internet by the ranking. Search engine optimization. That's what SEO stands for. What's your timeline for creating a market plan? For creating social media profiles it's going to promote your website. And then finally, the big one, when do you want to launch your website? Okay? These are some serious questions you need to ask yourself before you even begin to create a website. What features are you looking for in a free website builder? Are you looking for blogging? That's making a log online, a web log, blogging. Or do you want non-intrusive adverts? You want to make nice templates? You want to use your own domain? Do you want to promote e-commerce, or is there something else? Okay. If you go to sitefi.com website ideas, you will find some cool ideas for creating a website that you might not have thought of. So you might want to shop around for some ideas before, or even look at some websites that you like, that you go to a lot. Maybe you want to make something similar. Now, here are some website building terms. I don't have to know all of these terms, but they will come in handy when the time comes. You need to learn them on a needs-to-know basis. Don't let your brain get overfull or get too frustrated. And also of note, many websites now have an AI, that's called an artificial intelligence program, that will help you build your website without too much hassle and foreknowledge of these terms. And this is not an extensive list, by the way. We're just going to name these all, and then we'll go into some definitions. 301 Direct, 404 Accessibility, Alt Tag, API, Bandwidth, Below the Fold, Breakpoints, Bounce Rate, Cache, Cookies, Call to Action or CTA, Classes, CSS, CMS, Crawl, CDN, DNS, favicon, hosting, HTML, HTTP, and HTTPS, JavaScript, meta tag, navigation, page speed, and plugin, and propagation, registrar, responsive design, scheme markup, SEO, which you already know is search engine optimization, SERP, server-side security, sitemap, SSL, page template, user experience or UX, user interface, wireframe, and finally, WYSI, WYG. Well, that certainly is a mouthful, ain't it? But here are a few that you should definitely know. CMS is a content management system. It's a software system like Wix or WordPress. Those are two website building sites that is used to edit the content on your website. Cookies, not the edible kind. This is the data that's saved by your web browser like Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge on your computer. It identifies you from how often you visit a site to what parts you visit the most, even your preferences when browsing and more. That's how a computer knows when you go to a site, it knows already almost what you want because it has cookies. It knows little packets of data that it already identifies with that makes it that much more easier to get to. Your domain name, it's an identification string that defines a realm of administrative autonomy or authority or control within the internet. Domain names are formed by the rules and procedures of the domain name system, or DNS. Any name registered in the DNS is a domain name. For example, in the word pcwebopedia.com /index, HTML, all that, the domain name is pcwebopedia.com. Okay? Hosting. Hosting refers to a web server where files for your website are stored. Note that not all of your CMSs offer web hosting. Sometimes you have to have a unique host to store all your files. So if you go to your website after you built it and then you wonder why can't you get the photos, it's because the site doesn't save your files. You have to get them from someplace else. That's called a web host. That way they're secure and you can use them again and again. Your layout, the page layout refers to the arrangement of text, images, and other objects on a page. Got to think of like making a newspaper. You're going to have a bunch of text and words and pictures all mixed in, and you want it to look good. That layout is going to determine the readability of your website. Then you've got the HTML, which is short for Hypertext Markup Language. Excuse me, it's the authoring language used to create documents on the World Wide Web. So when you say http harrison.lib.ms.us, which is the library. That is an example of HTML. A hyperlink is a link from a hypertext file or document to another location or file, typically activated by clicking on a highlighted word or image on the screen. You know those blue letters that you see all the time, those blue words on the net, or even a picture when it turns into a little hand? That indicates it can go to another website or file that's called a hyperlink. Those blue letters in that picture can even be a hyperlink. Your plugin is an add-on to a CMS such as Wordpress that allows you to add features and extend functionality to your website. Responsive design is a website that should respond to the user's behavior and environment based on screen size. An example, this site will load automatically in easy-to-use format no matter what the device, like it's a smartphone or a PC, on which it's viewed. The SEO is short for search engine optimization. The SEO is the process of creating and modifying content for the best visibility on search engines. Determining your SEO will help how easily your website is found on the net. Okay, we're going to be doing a class in a couple sessions that's called Grow Your Business with Google. Well, how on earth do you think you're going to get ranked in Google? If you want to, you can go into a lot of detail about this. But the domain name has also an important effect on the SEO, and most of the time subdomains don't reach the top spots in search engines. So if you have a free site, say from Wix or Weebly, it's not necessarily going to be up there at the top of the search engines when somebody looks for stuff that you are trying to sell. The SSL stands for Secure Sockets Layer. The S is when you have like HTTPS, it means that it's secure. It's a standard security protocol for establishing encrypted links. And this ensures that all data transmitted between the web server and the browser remains secure. You want to make sure your website has that because people are not going to trust to spend their money at the site if it's not secure. Okay? The page template is a unique layout for a page or multiple pages of your website. And there's other places where you can go for more terminology at HubSpot and thinkingit.com. Okay? And if you got any questions about any of this, just ask. Okay? Now, this is a list of website building sites for 2021. And we're going to go to these in a second. And on our next class, you're going to watch me actually add stuff to a website that I've already built. And I'll show you a couple of things, how to do things from scratch. But we're going to visit some of these websites. And I want you to think to yourself for a minute, what website would you like to use? I will give you in our next class some more details about each of these different websites, but we're going to go and look and see what they're like right now. Okay, y'all, we're going to escape out of the PowerPoint and we're going to open up using Google Chrome as my browser. I'm going to come down here and we're going to go methodically through the different sites. I'm going to open up a new tab and I'm going to type in Wix. Okay? Oh, that's a blog. We want to just go to Wix. So it's still doing that. Wix.com. Okay, this is the home page for Wix. And you want to get started, you say you get started. There's no credit card required. You can get a free site from this. Most of these sites that I chose, the website building sites, are free. But there is if you want more bells and whistles with it, especially if you're going to make a business, you're going to want to end up paying for something. But you can get different kinds of things. You can website design, website template, advanced web development. You got take full design control with flexible grids and custom breakpoints. You got a mobile app that you can use to build, customize, and manage your website on the go. You know, a lot of people, what they do is they post stuff as they see it, and they're going to add it to their website so that their website's always changing. There's always new stuff on it. People go there for that. They don't want it always to stay the same. You know, like when you go to a store and they rearrange everything, it's the same idea. And then you can even hire a professional. And if you go to click under business on the menu, they've got an online store where you can, with one e-commerce platform, online services, offers clients to book your services and pay online. Restaurants, you can display your menu and take orders and reservations online. There's a blog website where you can share ideas with your audience and drive traffic to your website. Fitness, other classes, offer classes and manage your clients' bookings and payments online. Enterprise, create, collaborate, and manage work at scale with an all-in-one platform. And they got tools and resources, all this stuff right here. I say let's just look at what happens to get started. So when you click Get Started, you have to sign up. If you already have an account, you could click Log In. Now let's see if I can create a site. I'm going to go and I'm going to type it out again or just copy and paste it. If it lets me do that. Paste this plain text. Nope. I have to write it out again. They want me to make sure that it's going to be me writing it, not a robot. And then I make a password, and it's got to have at least one symbol, and it says it's better to have all of that. So I'm going to put now, when you want to, you're going to need to make sure that you write down your information, because we all know how easy it is to forget your passwords. So I'm doing that very thing right now. And okay, let's see what happens when I sign up. Oh, wrong machine. Okay. Sign up. What? Okay. Let's see what happens if I sign in. I'm looking at making sure Okay, so I actually had to create another email account because it wasn't working for me to sign up with the one I had. I don't know, it didn't say whether or not I'd used that account before to create a Wix website, because I have used Wix before, but at any rate, we're going to see if this works and what it looks like. I click on sign in. Let's bring your ideas to life, answer some questions to get the best tools for what you're creating. So what it's saying is this is the artificial intelligence that's going to help me create my website. So I click on Get Started. What kind of website are you creating? Do I want to create a blog, online store, a portfolio, and I'm going to say an art and writing journal. Art and writing journal. So I hit next, and what happens? It needs me to click on any of these, a lot of different things to do. I'm going to say author illustrated, let's see, writing blog, art blog, journal, creative writing club. Lots of different choices, but you have to pick one of the ones they choose. Let's do a lot of different choices there. Oh my goodness, too many choices. So I'm going to call this an art blog. We want a business site, so I'm going to say, art instructor. Okay. And what would you like to call your website? You can change it at any name. I'm going to call it Hap Likes to Draw. And what are my goals for this website? Remember, you want to, do a lot of thinking about what you want to do, okay? And I might just explore just to see what's offered there. So I hit next. And it gives me, what do I want to add to my website? I want to put in a blog, online programs. I can view more by clicking recommended for me. I'm just going to say, maybe I start online programs, like for creating art. Have you created a website before? I'm going to pretend like I have never done a site before and say, this is my first time. So you can see what it's like. Let the Wix ADI, that's artificial intelligence, create a website for you. Answer a few questions and get a website designed for you in minutes with custom text and images. Or I can create my own stunning website with the Wix editor where they give you templates. Let's use the ADI because that's the fun stuff. You don't have to know a lot about everything. You just can let the computer do the artificial intelligence do the work for you. And what do you want to import your images and text? Already have an online package? Import your content to your new website. Or to import content to paste your links to an existing website, you can do that. So if I had some pictures I wanted to put in there, I could do that. Now I've got some pictures here. So if I click to import my images, I can do that. I can also skip all of this just so that you can see it for time. I need to edit this. Likes to draw. I can add a logo if I want. A lot of websites nowadays have a thing that where you can create a logo. I don't know that Wix does, but if you do that, you can easily make a logo that you can copyright and stuff like that. Now, this is going to allow you to put in your address if you want, your phone number or fax number, your social links. Like if I click here and I want to put in add a social link, I can paste the social link there. And what I'll have to do is go select to Facebook and log in to a website, if I can remember. I'm not sure that's even a good, oh, and log in. I didn't remember the website. So anyway, you can import your stuff from the different, you will get a confirmation from your email that you're confirming that you're you. You're all set. Go to the home page. So create my first site. Once you get to, you go to the confirmation. And that's where you're doing again, where you're logging in and everything. But anyway, we'll look at some more stuff next time. But I just want to show you the different things. This is, of course, Wix, GoDaddy. You can make a website. It's just as easy as signing in to create a website. GoDaddy, it's got a lot of different tools. You can find the domain name, like I said, is the simple name with the .com that you're going to have. The way to describe it is like you got a logo, you got a name that you made for yourself. You got to keep up the domain name, because if you don't pay for it all the time, to buy it outright, it's like thousands of dollars. But if you rent it out, kind of, if you let that payment go, somebody else can take your domain name and use it for their business. So it's kind of like you rent a name, if you think of it like that. But it makes it very handy to go to find on the web and stuff like that. But if you want, let's look at their website. They got a website builder, online store builder, and you can start for free with them. And let's look at some of their templates. Wherever you do it will look good, meaning whatever device you have. They'll give you several examples of some websites that they made, like Fashion That Speaks to Your True Self. Let's go to a simple store preview. And then they got your icons right here for your menu, for searching on the website, for buying, and then that would be for signing in and creating an account. So you can shop for different things at this website by just clicking on that. Now, I want to tell you something that's called below the fold. You see how the right here along the bottom? Below the fold is when you scroll down, everything that comes below the initial page itself. That's called below the fold. And notice that they have their contact information below. Sometimes you get a little pop-up window that'll say sign into my website and stuff like that. But anyway, this is GoDaddy. Let's do the next one, which is going to be Weebly. And I was very proud of the website that I made with Weebly. I really like it a lot. But they've got a lot of different things for there that you can do. We'll look at some details with it as I'm adding stuff to it. But these are websites made with Weebly. And you can view your themes that they have for different things. Like, here's an online store. Let's see what that looks like. You may have to be signed in to view the templates, but they'll give you all kind of things. Like, let's look at the pricing too. It's free initially, but if you want to do more stuff, you'll have to, you select a custom domain. You get $6 per month or $9 month to month, and then you got if you go annual, you get $6 a month. Otherwise, it's $9 month to month. You got professional and you got performance, which has got a lot of different features to drive growth and manage your operations. And you can these are what you get for free SSL security and the third-party embed code. And I don't see anything where it says hosting on it, so they don't store your stuff. These are, you got shopping cart, unlimited items, item badges, a bunch of different things. And then you've got, let's go back to, I was looking to see for the different websites for personal, you got choices that you can make for that. And of course, a blog. Okay, let's go to Jimdo. Unburden your business. Let's get started free and start your own professional website in minutes. This is where you can, all of them use cookies, so that means that they want to be able to connect with you easy. This is website creation without the coding. Edit your design anytime. It's got, put your domain name to it. You got perfect mobile design. Connect with social media. Website examples we're seeing. This is what I wanted to look at before. Let's look at and see examples. And let's look at, I don't know what that one, preview. Zavin store. So you're looking at a store it's got the menu right here across. They're going to have a sliding like a menu, of things, of pictures that they offer. And this is the store. These are prints. They're selling a different kind of prints for art and stuff like that. And then he's got a little thing for contact. And obviously it's French, so he's giving you, and then he's got who I am. And he's a direct animation films and design animation based out of Paris. So he's got, pretty good setup here. And he's got, like, you can look at his site. He's got little things down here that you can go through and look at. Pretty impressive, actually. But the menu right there, it's easy navigation. Notice down here on the bottom left-hand side, He's got different social media icons. That's Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, and this one I'm not sure of. Instagram. Okay. So he's got all the social media covered, the basic social media. So, and if you click on the links down here, like if you go to Facebook, you probably have to be signed in. But that's his Facebook page right there. So you can contact him. So that's pretty good that's from GoDaddy. And notice it says not secure, but I don't know really if that's all that necessary right now. Anyway, so we looked at Jimdo. Now let's do WordPress. WordPress is kind of like, you look at it and you'll go and say, wait a minute, I don't know all the code and everything like that. It's one of the oldest website building sites around, but it's very dependable. And there's a lot of good things about it. We'll look at the pros and cons next time. But just, you go start your website. This is their homepage. You create an account. Like, I'm going to do choose a domain name. Domain name is look for, let's see. This will give you, this is .dog.com. Now these are going to be the names that you would end up paying for. Free for the first year though, but after that it's $18 a year, and then half the Dalmatian.dog is going to be for $40 a year, but free for the first year. So if you don't want to do that, you can just hit halfthedalmatian.wordpress.com. That's a subdomain name. It's going to mean that it's not going to rank high on the internet. But this is what you're going to be looking at when you make a website, especially if you're doing a business. You're going to want to end up getting a domain name. But that's how you would do that. So anyway, that's just to get you just a feel for it, okay, guys? Don't worry too much about all this. We're all learning ourselves and exploring with it. I've been teaching this class for several years, but I'm still like right there with you going, what is it? Site 123 is another website building site where you can get some for free. No design or coding skills necessary. And this is their homepage. I think we're on our homepage. Notice they have a little chat bubble here so you can start talking to a person. Hi there, and you just, how to build a website, send them a message. My name is Chris, and I'll be happy to help you today. Do you want to know how to build your website? So you can say yes and let them help you. And then you can just click start here and choose which kind of website you want to build, basically. So if you want to make a blog or if you want to do something photography, whatever, an online store, add your online store name and go to, I'm going to say, My Little Art Buddy. Yep. Go to final step, put your name, and then start your website. So that's pretty simple. And then when I go to the next one is going to be on, let's do strikingly. And we're going to just click on that to create a site, make a website in minutes, build your brand, conquer the world, zero code or design skills required. Like I said, a lot of them are just, you don't have to know any of that, the code or anything. You just choose your favorite colors and whatever it is you want to do. But you really, really have to think about what you want to do with your website before you even get started, okay? And then notice down here you can sign up just with first name, email, password, or you can sign up with Facebook. Okay? Well, that's it for today. We're going to learn more details about stuff next time, and we will be looking at some live input into making a website. I'm going to add stuff to my website. You're going to watch me do it. Okay? Y'all stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Remember, drop me a line. My name is Jeff Conwell, and you can send me an email at g.conwell@harrison.lib.ms.us or librarydude1999@gmail.com. Thank you.